If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, 6ix9ine signs a $10 million record deal from prison. And Casanova finally opens up about his beef with 6ix9ine. Plus, NLE Choppa and Jack in them bulletproof vests. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, so this is crazy, right? So the whole situation is that, 6ix9ine, it really seems like he's gonna get out of jail sooner than what everybody thought he was, and that he's gonna come back and start rapping again like everything is all good, right? Now, I really gotta try to figure out how in the hell 6ix9ine really thinks that he could come out and start rapping again, but I think it might be possible, right? Alright, so the whole thing is that his old record label, 10K Records, just offered him a new record deal. I guess he got out of their record deal for whatever reason, right? Sometimes when you get locked up, the record deal is null and void and you're unsigned, right? Or he could have just had a 2-album deal with them and he fulfilled that, so he was unsigned. The whole thing is that he had one album come out, Day 69, and that's the one with Kuda on it and Gummo and Kiki and everything like that, right? And then he came out with Dummy Boy, which had Just Stupid and all them other songs on it with Fifi and all them other joints, right? So he had 2 good albums, right? Within 1 year, a year and a half, he was super successful. That album went platinum. Dummy Boy went platinum. The other one, Day 69, went double platinum. He had mad platinum records, so he was making mad money for the record label, right? But it's when he got locked up, the record label probably thought yo, he's gonna be gone forever, right? He tells on everybody. He successfully does it. The DA is happy, they're satisfied, so he has his lawyer write a letter to them, to the judge, asking if they can move his sentencing day up from January 24th to December 18th, right? So basically, 6ix9ine said, yes, I did everything. I am guilty. Please find me guilty. So they said, fine, you're guilty, right? But they didn't give him his time yet. And 6ix9ine says, okay, in exchange for my testimony, I don't want no time. Or, look, I've been in jail for a year, so let's just say that you give me a year in jail. It has been a year, so let me out, right? So the judge, I think, is probably going to go with that, right? Because the whole thing is that 6ix9ine wouldn't be jumping at the opportunity to have his sentence, expedited or given to him sooner if he thought that it was just going to be 10 years or something like that, right? So apparently 6ix9ine's lawyer has been talking with the judge, and the judge has been talking to 6ix9ine's lawyer, and 6ix9ine's lawyer has been talking to him. So everybody seems to be on the same page, and 6ix9ine feels like on December 18th, when he has his court date, the judge is probably going to say a year in jail. Oh, look, it's been a year. You're free to go, right? Time served type of thing, right? And he'll be out in a couple days, probably before Christmas, right? His record label seems to believe the same thing. So they've probably been talking to the lawyer and the judge too, because they re-signed him to another deal for $10 million for 2 more albums, which is insane, right? And he's already bought a couple of beats from a producer in New York, and he's starting to work on music. So he's probably sitting in jail listening to them beats, writing music right now. The details that we have so far is that one of the albums that he's required to do when he gets out based on his new deal is going to be an English album, regular stuff. The other one's going to be a Spanish album, because y'all know 6ix9ine even had them little Spanish bops or whatever like that before he went in, like them reggaeton sounding kind of joints, right? And all this is crazy, right? So Mel Murder, who is the godfather, according to 6ix9ine, what he said on the stand was that Mel Murder's the godfather of 9 Trey, at least his set of 9 Trey. And Mel Murder wrote a letter to the judge and basically said, hey judge, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm sitting here thinking about all my mistakes. I grew up in a hard environment that made me very angry. I was down with Dipset, and then I started 9 Trey and blah 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 blah. Please, can you give me counseling? Please, can you give me consider giving me a lower sentence, because Mel Murder hasn't gotten his sentence yet either. He's in the same boat as 6ix9ine. Boom, you're guilty, but we're gonna wait a couple months to give you your sentence. So he's asking the judge for leniency. He's asking the judge, please, let my thoughts and my letter sit on your heart so that you can let me out, in a few years, even less than what Shotty got. You know, Shotty took 15 years, right? So, you know, we'll see what happens, but if 6ix9ine is out there and running around, I don't think that they want to give, you know, Mel Murda any less than 15 years as well, because they want 6ix9ine to be safe. I don't know why they want 6ix9ine to be safe, and then also, you know, I don't really know if anybody's gonna touch 6ix9ine after he was a federal witness or a federal informant, right? Because that's just a death sentence for you, right? But the whole thing is crazy, and every single day, you know, we find out more about this whole 6ix9ine thing, right? Once upon a time, we thought he was gonna, you know, take witness protection and be out of here, but his ego wouldn't allow him to do that. Plus, he would have gave anything. He would have killed somebody. He would have gave his freedom. He would have did anything for fame and money, which he finally has. So he will die for this shit, right? I think 6ix9ine will be happier to die, you know, being a rapper, coming back out and getting gunned down, than to just go away and live in like the mountains somewhere and just chill with his money or whatever. He ain't gonna do that, right? Which is crazy, but hey, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments down below. So Casanova is coming out with a new album on Friday, Behind These Scars, right? And so he did a couple interviews today, right? Today alone, he was on The Breakfast Club and, I mean, not The Breakfast Club, on Ebro in the Morning and Everyday Struggle, right? And so on Ebro, they basically asked him a whole lot of questions about 6ix9ine, right? And here's the thing that I like about Casanova, right? He wasn't like, don't ask me about 6ix9ine, right? He wasn't like on some, oh, here y'all go. He was answering them. He was like, yes, you know, boom, boom, boom. He was straight up. And it seemed like he was very honest with whatever answers that he was given, right? So basically they asked him about like the whole beef and what happened with that. And then also how he squashed his beef, right? So he was like, yeah, I seen him in the club, you know, and I took him outside and we was just talking. And when Casanova was talking to 6ix9ine, he said, I just realized that 6ix9ine's a regular dude. Like, he's a kid. Like, he's a nice guy. Like, this is what he does. He trolls, right? But other than that, he's a cool guy. You know, he wasn't saying, yo, blood and all this stuff like that. So he kind of felt like, you know what? I'm going to just let you rock out. Let's take a picture together. You know what I mean? Which was one side of the thing, right? And then they asked him like, yo, well, you know, how did you feel when everybody got locked up and, you know, a lot of people was getting at you and everything like that for, you know, beefing with 6ix9ine or not beefing with 6ix9ine? And he was like, yeah, you know, I lost a lot of friends. People, you know, on one hand said that he was pussy because he didn't want to pursue 6ix9ine like that, but he was going through his own things, plus he was on parole, right? And then he says, and then other people were saying that he's a bully for trying to go at 6ix9ine like that, right? So it was just crazy. Like, you're in a hard spot, right? He said that 6ix9ine actually helped him with that one song, Punch You in Your Face, motherfucker, I'll knock your teeth out. You know what I'm saying? Like, 6ix9ine didn't help him like as far as making it or whatever, but he made that song specifically for 6ix9ine, and 6ix9ine commented on the song and said, this song for me, like kind of trolling him. And what he did was he immediately deleted the comment, right? But even that comment right there got the song a whole bunch of steam, because 6ix9ine is like a super troll. He says that he understands what 6ix9ine was about. He says that, you know, he don't even got no beef with 6ix9ine and don't even want to say nothing bad about 6ix9ine. And the whole crazy thing is that during that whole interview on Ebro in the Morning and on Everyday Struggle, he basically didn't say, yo, 6ix9ine is a snitch at all. He didn't say 6ix9ine is a snitch out of his mouth straight up at all, right? He's very good and very careful about what he's saying, which is dope, right? And then it's so cool to me to see that for somebody that was literally very upset about whatever situation that was going on, for you to be so mature enough to, you know, understand that, to be very self-aware, to know exactly what's going on and to be at peace with the whole situation, is also something that I admire, right? Because I don't know if I could be so cool and so laid back about it, right? But maybe he feels like he got his vindication, Casanova, right? Because he also did say, you know, to Ebro, like, all them dudes that was running with 6ix9ine, they got what they deserved, right? He was like, you know, nobody told them, yo, don't stop, don't beef with this dude. And he was like, and I don't think that any of their homeboys, any of their mans is gonna even try to get at 6ix9ine when he gets out of prison. Like, who wants to put their own life in jeopardy because, oh, you told on my mans, right? He was like, don't nobody care about them like that out here anyway, right? And if they did, they wouldn't have let them go that far down that road, right? He was like, before 6ix9ine, them niggas was bums, right? And I was like, ooh, right? But you know, Casanova got a point, right? So I'm like, okay, I feel you, right? Then on Everyday Struggle, he was sitting there with Academics. You know, him and Academics had beef a little bit. So him and Academics were kind of explaining, you know, I guess the whole, you know, reason behind the beef and all that. And of course it had to do with 6ix9ine because 6ix9ine and Academics were like homeboys, right? Best friends. So if me and my best friend are chilling and my best friend got beef with this man, I got beef with this man, right? But the whole thing is that, you know, 6ix9ine and Casanova became cool and they were chilling, but Academics still had beef with Casanova because he was popping all that shit towards Casanova back when Casanova and 6ix9ine were beefing, right? But anyway, so Cass said that he seen, you know, Academics in the club, that he was like, yo, it's Academics. Like, he almost felt like Academics was like a regular person stepping into the lion den or something like that. But he pulled Act to the side and they kind of talked about it. And basically Academics was like, yo, if you're gonna squash your beef with 6ix9ine, you gotta squash your beef with me. Plus, I'm a blogger. All I do is blog. You gonna be mad at the blogger? I'm just reporting the news. And then Cass was like, all right, man, fine, and took a picture with him, right? And I think like all of this is super mature, based on what Casanova could do, you know, and maybe he should have did to these dudes, right? But no, he shouldn't have did it because, again, you know, you do something stupid, everybody gonna be calling you a knucklehead and saying that you threw away a great opportunity for you to be a millionaire, for you to be super huge and successful. You signed the Rock Nation and you sitting over here doing all this, right? So Cass is he doing his thing right now, man. He also talked about how, you know, he's seeing a psychiatrist, you know, a counselor, just somebody to help him get his thoughts in a row. He's saying that anybody who did the amount of time in prison that he did, you know, it messes with you a little bit. So for him to not have that mentality no more, for him to move on to the next stage of his life, these are things that he's gonna have to do, right? And he also shouted out Memphis Bleek because Memphis Bleek helped him and got him signed to Rock Nation, right? So all this was cool, man, and I'm looking forward to hearing the album. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Yo, so NLE Choppa, right, is funny as hell. So he goes on Instagram, right, and he's like, I am so tired of seeing y'all MFers wear these fake ass vests like they gonna stop bullets for real, right? He actually says MFers, right, which I thought was funny, right? And then you see, like, he's talking about these vests right here, right? And there's mad people wearing these, right? Especially like, well, in the East Coast, right? I'm from Brooklyn, and it seems like every other person wears these vests, right? I know a girl, this is funny as hell, right? I know a girl who bought these vests for like the whole block, for her whole block, yo, I swear to you. If you go on a block right now in Brownsville, you know, you right off of Pennsylvania Avenue, you will see everybody, I mean, from the bum on the corner store wearing one of these vests, right? In all different colors, man. They got white ones, tan ones, blue ones, black ones, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny as hell, man. I guess NLE Choppa ain't feeling the new fashion, the new drip, right? And I feel you, yo, you know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is like these vests, and I'm sure y'all know, right? You could put like little plates in them, like the bulletproof plates to stop bullets from coming at you, but it's illegal to wear the plates, right? Because then it's almost like it's called anti, you know, and I guess it's called anti-armor piercing, or anti-something piercing armor or whatever, right? So the police, they don't want you to wear, you know, these vests so that, you know, I guess if you're walking around with this and let's say you go into a Target or something like that, they think that you're about to shoot up the place or something because you got on like a whole bunch of gear and everything like that. I mean, and you can wear it in Target, you just can't have the plates inside of there, you know, that are bulletproof, right? But I don't think that's why it is, right? It's not because you're gonna scare the hell out of people because you're wearing one of these vests, because how is somebody who's standing 10 feet away from you supposed to know whether or not you have the plates in it, right? right? And there are people walking around Target with the damn vest on right now, right? I really think that they don't want you to wear the bulletproof vest and everything like that because put the plates in the vest is because if the police want to shoot you, they want to be able to shoot you. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be able to like shoot a vest. They want to get your motherfucking ass. Like, it's crazy. But they make it illegal. I don't know if it's illegal everywhere to not put the plates in it, but definitely here in New York, right? So to NLE Choppa's points, yeah, these vests ain't finna stop no bullets because they don't have no plates in them, right? Unless you put the plates in them illegally. And I mean, I'm sure it's like a misdemeanor or probably even a fine. They ain't gonna really get at you, or maybe they will get at you. Maybe they say that you're a terrorist because you put the plates in there. I don't know, right? But it's just funny as hell, man. Let me know what you think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.